Guys, I wrapped up this video way too soon. I got in my van. Now my van is dead. Do you ever have those days where it's like, oh, like this is just a weird day. Like everything is going wrong. Like nothing is going right. Today is that day. Texas does not want to let me go. Texas wants to hold on to me and keep me here. And I appreciate that Texas likes me so much. But Riley.
Yeah.
This is not cool.
It's your turn. You're the drama.
Dad's back. Dad's back. Okay, I'm plugged in. Dad's plugged in. Why is mine so dead? I got it. Okay, so this is how I'm starting off. This is great. Die hard. Yeah, it did. It died hard. And now Dad's trying to get me boosted off. This is a good battery still. We just got this not last Christmas, but the Christmas before. See? See? It just needed a little love. It just needed a little love. Whenever I'm home, I don't drive very much. I just don't, because I drive so much when I'm on the road. So, it was cold. I don't drive very much. And on the days that I have driven, it's been very little. It's literally just been to drive to my parents and then back. So I haven't really given it that opportunity to do the things. And I just didn't think about that. And I should have driven it to town or something, I guess. Oh. I had already waved goodbye to my house. I had already said goodbye to the cats. I had already hugged my parents. I was ready to go. I got in. The key did not work. This is after Riley's key also did not work. We have gone through all the things. First, Riley had to replace her battery on her key fob, and then it broke the key fob. Go figure. And then her vehicle wasn't actually the key fob situation being the problem. It turned into her battery, which apparently she left a light on. Okay, cool, whatever. Then my dad came and saved the day and fixed that. And then I got in my car, and my car also did that. So we're going to blame the cold weather, because that sounds like a good idea. Third time's the charm was not the case. 3 bad things, though, have now happened. And they always say that after the 3 bad things that you're due some good luck. So I need all the good luck we can get. We're only supposed to be driving today about 3.5 hours away. We picked a very short path because we thought ultimately this would work with us. It is now afternoon. We haven't eaten. We still have to go get groceries. Riley needs gas, and we have not even left the house yet. It's okay. I'm going to take a deep breath. We're going to sit here for 15 minutes, wait for it to charge up a little bit more, and cross our fingers that we don't have to use that AAA card. I did renew my membership, though. Okay, we've been outside, we've been inside, we've been outside, we've been inside. We're going back outside to see if this works now. It's been charging for about 15 minutes. So, about to get in and see if it turns over. Because Dad's awesome. Okay, ready? Okay, everything looks good. Normal lights are on. That's not bad. Okay, so now I'm off to drive. We're gonna go and get some gas because Riley needs some gas. Apparently we're gonna pick up some lunch because it's now much later than when we started this adventure. Yeah, life's weird sometimes. Okay, I'm just doing a last minute check of everything. Everything looks good. Nothing is not working correctly. I had to make sure I didn't have anything draining out that could have caused that. There's nothing, so that's good. I have my walkie set up. We're on our channel. And now it's time to hit the road. Oh, today has been a day, let me tell you. If you saw the last video, you'll know that Riley had the exact same issue that I had only a few minutes before. And I was originally going to jump her off with my jumper cables, and I decided not to because she had a little jumper pack. And when we realized that the jumper pack wasn't going to be substantial enough, I knew my dad was going to come and bring this like trickle charger thing that just like supercharges your battery to get it back to where it's supposed to go. And that would be more effective than me jumping her off. And now I know that if I would have tried to jump her off, then we would have been in a world of hurt too, because obviously my battery was also dead. Super fun. The world is working against us to get on the road. Normally, people would think, oh, maybe with all these bad omen signs, you should just stay for one more day. But we're not doing that. It's a beautiful day. It's a good travel day. You have to push through sometimes. And You know, even though I know that it would be an easy solution to be like, you know what, we're just gonna hang out. It's 1:43, we lost part of the day. Instead, we're gonna get on the road and we're gonna head toward Gainesville. My dad did say that as long as we're close by, he could be able to be our roadside assistance. We're hoping that we don't need that. However, we also have regular roadside assistance for when we get further away. Everyone should have it, and I think you can see why now. I have this phantom hair that is just going to plague me. You know what? That's not even the worst thing that's happened today. I'm okay with that. I'm gonna hook this on up here. I've got it plugged in so it can constantly going. I am ready. Let's go. Looks like they have it down to one lane, so there's going to be a stoplight up here in the middle of the country. It happens. It happens. Looks like we're starting off with $2.99 gas. Okay, that's not terrible. That's not great, but that's not terrible. I'm going to be keeping up with my receipts to see how much I spend on this trip. Riley's still getting her gas. I think she had like $44. She had a need for gas. I was pretty close to the top. But I think we're going to go grab some food too. We were kind of looking at a Chick-fil-A, which is right across the street, because it is so late in the day. We got such a late departure. Originally, we were just going to go grocery shopping and then eat when we get to camp, but it's a little too late for that now. So we're both pretty hungry. So Chick-fil-A for lunch, which is kind of like a really late lunch. We'll see what happens. I will say this, I am having absolutely zero road sounds in the back, which is awesome. So that's always a positive when it comes to getting on the road with a new layout, to hear if you hear weird noises. And I was kind of wondering if this curtain behind me would fall. As you can see, it is still intact. It does have this gap to the back though. I don't like that. In time, I'll figure this out. I'll get used to it. The point of it was just to make sure that nobody could see into the back. So it is serving that purpose. However, yeah, it's not perfect by any means. Maybe I'll start collecting patches again, and then I'll just decorate the ceiling and then it'll look better. I don't know. I just don't love how it looks. It just kind of bothers me. It's a personal thing and it's fine. But I need food. I need food so bad. So Chick-fil-A, Polynesian sauce, here I come. Okay, we have secured the food. Now I just have to get situated. We're gonna eat while we're on the road. Really tart, good lemonade. I'm happy with this. The sun is aggressive today. So much better than the rainy days we've had, but so aggressive. That was $11.62 on top of my $15 that I had in gas, which means that I am currently $36 into this journey. I mean, not everything is going to be super expensive, but not everything's going to be super cheap either. I'm going to keep up with my receipts and just kind of see where I'm at and record these. Also scan them for my Fetch app to get some points, get some gift cards along the way on all my travels. But I'm trying to not do this as much, where I eat out as much. Only because at the end of the day, that stretches the budget a little bit. Some days it's unavoidable, like today. Today, no matter what we did, we were going to have to get something, and we decided instead of eating off of a dollar menu or something like that, to just eat something we actually enjoy, and I haven't had Chick-fil-A in a while. So after the stress of my van not starting and Riley's van not starting, I figured this was a good way for us to just like chill a little bit. So I've got to get it set up where I can eat while I'm driving and ultimately not spill. So this is my food. I have to get my sauce out real quick, but I'm excited. I got some chicken strips and some waffle fries. Okay, I got my little setup here on my refrigerator. So now I can eat while I'm driving, and I don't think it's gonna go anywhere. In theory. I don't know if that's actually reality, but in theory. Okay, we made it to our very first stretch break, and I found something that I'd been to before that Riley's never seen. And since we were going to be passing like right through the community anyway, I was like, we have to stop. So I asked Riley a very interesting question. Have you ever been to the Eiffel Tower? And she said, like the one in Europe? And I said, no, like the one in Paris. Paris, Texas is the home of the Texas Eiffel Tower, and also a really impressive Veterans Memorial. It's pretty cold outside, so I'm gonna put on a jacket, but we are about to show you guys the official Texas Eiffel Tower. And it's like the regular Eiffel Tower, but with a little bit of a Texas twist. You'll see. Hi, Tai Tai. Are you ready to go on your first adventure of this trip? Officially? So this is different from the last time I was here. They actually have this QR code right here, and then they also have all of the points of interest here in Paris, Texas. This is pretty cool, and always something that I recommend is stopping off at all the random little Texas roadside attractions. I mean, it has a cowboy hat. We're gonna go take a closer look though. What was that, Riley?
I can't believe it. This is so funny. They really, they Texas-ified the Eiffel Tower. That's so funny.
Yep.
I understand what you were saying earlier now. It's the Eiffel Tower, but Texas.
Do you know that Texas has not only like Paris, Texas, but it also has several other countries, like several other states, and even a place that, well, kind of is the whole world's.
I believe it. I guess I'll never question it.
Texas is big enough to hold them all.
Yeah, let's go dorky dance.
Dorky dancing! Here's Texas, and over here in this tiny little part right before you get to like Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Louisiana, there's Paris. And for everyone who kind of tells me I should go to the beach more often, I'm from like this part of Texas. The beach is way down here, just for reference, because Texas is so big. From my base camp to the beach, it's like 8 hours to drive. That kind of should tell you how big Texas is. Normally, whenever I leave my area in this section and I leave to go to like New Mexico or Arizona or Colorado, it takes me 4.5 hours just to leave the state in the fastest route. And then if I decide to come way over here to this section, this is like 10 hours. To get to over here. Texas is huge, guys. I enjoy my state, but there's so much of it that I just can't explore on a day-to-day basis. I can't do day trips to a lot of it because it's just so big. Yeah, Texas is huge, which explains why we also have our own Eiffel Tower. Now at the base you find this little plaque that gives you all of the names of the people who made this possible, and it stands as a tribute to the cooperative nature of the citizens of Paris and Lamar County, the place that we're at currently. And it tells you a little bit more about those people and when they dedicated it, including that it was dedicated June 28th, 1996. So since 1996, this thing has been standing strong. Now it's gotten a couple facelifts along the way. They've repainted it. They've also added to the property itself. Whenever I came here the very first time, there was a Veterans Memorial over here that was small. It wasn't big. It wasn't huge. Now it's massive and one of my favorite Veterans Memorials that I have seen. And it looks like they've done even more improvements since the last time I was here. So we're gonna go check it out real quick. This is giving us a really good stretch break. And then we get to drive some more because, you know, that's part of it. But finding good places like this are important because as you find them, you can take a little moment to just enjoy a smile. And it doesn't necessarily have to be like a full adventure, just kind of the adventures along the way. So I stop at a lot of different kinds of memorials and things like that. And by far, this is one of the best ones that I've seen. It's definitely a labor of love. In fact, when we were here, we just met one of the men who is responsible for a portion of this, and he was very kind. He told us a lot about the different pavers and then squares, and then also the benches, and then that they're not finished. They're actually working on some other things. So if you come to Paris, Texas, make sure to check this out. It's amazing to see the work that they put into this to honor those who have served. And I always like to pay my respects to those who have served, or perhaps those who have perished serving our country. So definitely check out this place right next to the Eiffel Tower. So Riley's getting Tyson set back in the Subi. In fact, there he goes.
Hi.
Are you ready, Riley?
Yeah, let me just get Tyson situated and we should be good.
Tyson took a little walkie poo. We took a little walkie poo because we were tired. Today's been a day, guys. We started off super rough. So today's definitely been a day, but this made everything better. And now it's time for us to go on to our next destination, which is a little bit north of here. I don't know how far, but a little north. Riley made us stop because Tyson broke out of his carrier. So we're ready again. We're ready. We're ready. We literally had just pulled out of the parking lot of where we were at the Eiffel Tower, and that happened. So now we're getting back on the road and going directly into that horrible sun. Ugh. "45 minutes to camp, but there's a problem. It looks like it's rained quite a bit here, so it's really muddy. So we may not be able to stay where we were planning on staying because I'm not trying to get stuck. Today's already been enough. So I think we're gonna stop in the neighboring community and kind of look and see if we can book at a state park. I think that's what we're gonna do. In the meantime, Oklahoma's looking pretty green already. That's pretty nice. Definitely enjoy a good green moment, which is why I'm kind of happy that we decided to take a little bit of a different path this year. My windshield is filthy, like disgusting, because of all the bugs. But whenever I kind of decided that I was going to make a different kind of move this year, instead of going to the desert, I wanted to see things I hadn't seen before. And I also wanted to see a few things that I had seen, but in a different way, as I showed my friend those things. And so I'm really happy that we decided to come in this direction. It's definitely going to be a different kind of journey than a lot of people take this time of year. So I'm really happy about that. Because, you know, there's lots of cool things out there. You don't just have to go to one place. And so we're getting out and we're seeing what we can find. So the good times just keep on coming. I was driving through this Walmart parking lot where we stopped to get some groceries, and a Tundra decided that he wanted to back up almost into me. Riley was behind me. We have our walkies on. She's like, "Oh my gosh, he's about to hit you." And I could see him, but I couldn't go forward because there was another vehicle there. And I honked my horn, which is very small. And I think it scared the people in front of me, so they stopped because they thought I was honking at them. I was not. I was like, "No, no, 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 it's him." And they could see it, but they couldn't see exactly what was happening. And the guy just kept coming, even if I was stopped behind them because I couldn't move. And all the while, he was just trying to get a pizza. I'm assuming, because he's pulling out a Domino's. Yeah, some days are not my day. Riley, hey. So I didn't get hit.
That's good.
I was close.
I know, I saw it. He just didn't care.
No, he didn't. And the other people in front of me freaked out because I hit my horn, and so they stopped. So I had to stop, and then I couldn't go, and he kept going. And
I saw that.
We were very close. I had some not so nice words, but I didn't say anything terrible to him. I just said, "You almost hit me. You almost hit me." And
Did you say that to him?
He had his window down. I hope he heard me. I don't care.
He just like didn't care. You know?
Like, the worst part about it is he had his window rolled down, and I did say, "You almost hit me. You almost hit me."
And of course they didn't say anything.
And he just glared at me like,
"Okay, so?"
Anyway, moral of the story, don't be a jerk if you're driving. There's no reason for that. We're all just trying to survive out here, and vehicles are already super sketchy. So in a parking lot where there's people walking or people driving, maybe just pay attention. Just a little bit. At this point, after all the chaos, I just want to get little things and then get out of here. I'm so just overwhelmed. The parking lot issue just really shut me down a lot. couldn't find what we were looking for in the Walmart, and so now we have to go into the Dollar Tree. And Tyson is riding in my van because he's in his stroller, and it was easier to put him just in here, just to drive literally across the parking lot from where we were. So, cross your fingers that they have what we need. Just kidding. This is my day today. So I can see all of the treats that we needed, all the things, but it's closed. So, since the day has gotten away from us and it has gone crazy and we can't go into the Dollar Tree.
There's a grocery store right down that way.
There's a grocery store, or we could just eat the things that we already have. At this point, I would prefer just to do that. I'm frustrated. The day's been weird. I've almost gotten hit by a car. Days like this are not my favorite travel days, but we have to keep pushing through, and I still have to find a campsite, and it is now super dark, and because of the water, I do not feel comfortable going out to the boondocking site because it looked real mushy everywhere we were. So I guess I'm gonna look up the state park.
Yep.
I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that.
I won't be able to reserve a spot because you can't reserve same day at most places, but I'm pretty sure that nobody's going to be out there taking up all the spots because there's lots of spots there. So we'll see what happens. Okay, we have found a campground. It is at Beavers Bend State Park. We're going to be going there and figuring out if we can get a site that's big enough for us, and then they do have a reservation system. So we're about 21 minutes away, but only about 13 miles, 12 miles if you look at this. I found a site. It said that there was an opening. It's called DW003. And so we're gonna try to find that one and see if it's big enough for the 2 rigs. It looks like it's pretty flat, so it should be good for camping, but it also says it's a tent site. And some tent sites around Beavers Bend I've noticed are like, you park here and then you walk up. And we'd prefer not to do that. Today, we'd prefer to be able to just like be in the site, you know? It's been a weird day. It's been a real weird day. Keeping positive though, we're gonna get there and we're gonna figure this out one way or the other. And then we're gonna sleep this day off and start with a bang tomorrow in a beautiful place. And I can't wait. We're here and Riley's getting situated. I'm about to get situated, and now we wait. We wait because I booked this site, and when it went to the reservation process, it showed that it worked, but then it said it's not an official reservation, so I don't know. Are we gonna get a knock? I have no idea. That would be on brand, but I'm gonna wait to see if it comes across my card. I don't know if they just don't run the cards till the next day or what. Normally you can't do same day reservation. There's like a pay kiosk. There's not one here, so I don't know what to do. I've tried though, and they have my reservation, so I screenshotted the confirmation, so at least I'd have that showing that I had tried to pay. And I guess I'll look at my bank statement to see if it's pulled. Today's been weird, guys. Today's been weird. It's been filled with joy of getting on the road. It's been filled with joy of that one stop. It's gonna wake up to something amazing tomorrow, and we're not planning on staying here, but just today. So tomorrow's a brand new day, and we're gonna start over one foot in front of the other and in a beautiful place. So I'm really thrilled with this. But for now, I'm going to get myself together, put myself in a position so that Riley and I can kind of like get into each other's vehicles if we need to. And I'm gonna call this a day. I think I'm happy with this. Yeah, I think this is where this is going to end. Remember guys, we're not here for a long time, but we are here for a good time. I am tired. I am ready for night, and it is only 8 o'clock at night. That should say everything. Till next time, guys. Bye.